right, so let me do my intro from my camera, and then we'll take a pause, and then we'll start from yours. All right, guys. So I'm here with Mike from DIY Salvage Guy. It's like a tongue twister for me. But basically, we want to know this guy and what's about him. I'm drawn to his videos, and there's a specific reason for that. Is that not that he doesn't know what he's doing, is that there's a lot of things that are new to him. And his channel is based off of him learning what to do and how to do it. So he's working on cars, basically learning as he goes, and that's basically what his motto is. So if you want to just tell us a little bit about your channel, and we're going to probably just get to know each other and ask each other questions.
Absolutely. Just make sure this is...
And also, just missing a life ends here.
So the concept of the channel is basically learn as you go. The concept is DIY Salvage Guy. Everything is DIY for the most part, for as much things that I could possibly do myself. There's certain things that you just can't do because you need special machinery. But you guys look on YouTube or you look at professionals, you look at these shows, and it's like, I could do these sorts of things, but it's tough because they're so much better than me. But the concept of this is to show you guys that I'm an everyday guy. I don't have anything to do with cars outside of doing this. My background's in finance, and it's just something that as long as you're driven to it and you want to work hard enough for it and you're willing to make the mistakes, it's something that you can definitely do. And it's the average person, the average guy.
Average Joe.
Yep.
That's what it's about.
We learn as we go. We make mistakes as we go, and as long as you're okay with that, you guys can do this as well. That's why I keep all those edits in the videos. You guys see the mistakes that I make, and that's part of the process.
Yeah. Let's focus on your camera while we're doing this. We actually got two cameras going right now, so we're going to be focusing on Mike's camera here. So, what's your goal? What do you want to get out of this?
So the goal is to eventually trade up to the Ferrari F430. It's always been my dream. It's always been something that I've wanted. I had a trip with some friends back in 2010-ish, and we
triplets. So they were triplets with friends.
Yes, of course. Sammy, don't watch this. So
Sammy, don't watch it. Don't watch it, bro.
We went down to Miami. We stayed at the Fountain Blue, and Fountain Blue during I think it was
spring break.
It was right before then. It was like the Masquerade Motel. It was one of these it might have been Ultra, one of these big music festivals. So there was all these big people there, and this hotel that we stayed at had the who's who stays there.
So rich people.
Yeah,
to
say the least.
Okay, so that's what you meant by big. It was rich people.
So we go down there, and I see the Ferrari F430 for the first time in my life, and I'm just like, I've seen pictures of it, but seeing it in person, it's just something else, man. We had Lamborghinis down there. I've seen 4 or 5 Bugatti Veyrons at the time down there, and it's just like, to me, the Ferrari was something that was, obviously it's a Ferrari, but depreciation, and by the time I can get it, it's an affordable sports car to me, and something that I don't think I'd ever be able to do without doing what I'm doing now. So you buy it wrecked, you fix it up, you say that you did it. That's my goal with it. To learn as I go and basically start with the A7, build up from there. Basically, every other story of the guy who had a paperclip and then traded all the way up to other things.
I heard about that one.
That's the goal. Right now we're working on the Corvette. Corvette's going to be really fast, but it's not the goal. It's not the end goal. And it's something that hopefully I'll be able to get to. And then at that time, we'll look at something else. And the Ferrari won't be the end-all, be-all. It'll just be the beginning again.
Awesome. And I was going to ask you what your favorite car was, but apparently you answered that question.
Yeah, growing up, the favorite car, the affordable, the attainable dream
car. What was the car that you remember growing up? And it's always that poopy box that, you tore up and hooked up those fog lights, those old school fog lights and everything.
So growing up, my dream car before I found the Ferrari was the Dodge Viper ACR. I always wanted a hardtop convertible. I don't even know if they make them, but in my mind that's what it was. So that was always I wanted it silver with cerulean blue stripes. I had it all planned out. So one day I plan on getting that. Maybe we'll trade this for something like that. But I think my car addiction really started. I was about 17. I had a 2003 Mach 1, and that's where I started tinkering, started wrenching, threw off-road X-pipe on there, catback. Thing was loud as hell, and it had so much power. The Mach 1 engine was just, it was something that was, it breathed really nice, so the exhaust really helped with it. And it was probably putting down around like 350, 400, but it was something that was just like, that was my baby.
That's nice, nice. I remember I had a 1996 Acura Integra, and it was a hatchback. And I bought it just like what we do here. It was a salvage vehicle, and it was stripped. It was a theft strip, so there was no interior at all and no wheels. But it ran. It started up and ran. So basically, I put nice leather seats inside, and I put all those aftermarket parts. I put a body kit on it, and I also had hydraulics on there. I had Lamborghini doors, and it was my favorite car growing up. Yeah, I had straight pipe, nice exhaust on there. I had an H brace harness underneath the engine. I was snapping engine mounts like every month. I had to keep getting them changed. There was one engine mount, just the torque that was pulling on there kept snapping the engine mount. And
what are you putting down on that?
I don't know. This the city of New York. I could only race up to 45 miles an hour before I had to slow down in traffic. So
you got there very quick.
I got there quick. Hurry up and wait.
That's the motto of New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
what questions you got for me, man?
How'd you get started? Like, obviously, you just mentioned that, but what was your driving factor behind even getting into that?
Well, I was always getting into cars when I was younger, and then I became a cop. If you follow me on my channel, I was a police officer for many years, and I got hit by a car, and I had some PTSD, and it was rough. I was involved in a shooting at work a few months before I got hit, and the only thing that kind of calmed me down was when I went into the garage, and it just started with something small I had to fix on my car, and I could tell such a big difference how I felt, having a wrench in my hand and changing a car part where nothing else mattered. Like, everything that bothered me just disappeared. So I kept doing that, and I was, my mobility wasn't that great, so I was always on the computer, and I kept watching YouTubes because I was having so many surgeries. So I was always in the hospital, and I was always watching my phone, watching YouTube videos, and I started connecting the car rebuilds videos versus how I felt in the garage. And I said, you know what? Let me start videotaping my builds, and I specifically I started with a Mini Cooper, and now I got a Jaguar F-Type. I got a classic car. I got two El Caminos. One's a parts car I just picked up. So I do have lots of nice cars on my channel, and I enjoy working on them. And lots of times I enjoy working on them so much I forget to record them, and that's what sucks. But I try and get as much material I can, and hopefully it helps out other veterans, officers out there, people with PTSD, and kind of let them know there's a way that.
Hey guys, sorry that the rest of the video didn't show up, but if you go to the DIY Salvage Guy YouTube channel, I'll put the link up on the top right corner. You could probably watch the full interview from start to finish off of his camera. My camera failed towards the end, but check out his video. If it's not on his channel yet, just give him a while. He's been uploading a little bit of a delay because he has so many videos, so just keep an eye out for it. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Other than that, thanks for watching, and catch you on the next one.